Hey, True Believers, Englentine here. So this is another segment of a 4-hour live stream we did. I know some people are intimidated by that, so I wanted to break it down into bite-sized chunks. In this case, we're talking Supergirl. Not only the news about the big screen, but stuff about the TV show as well. And we delve into a little bit of CW talk. I hope you enjoy it. We definitely enjoyed making it. And the drinking game came up, so there's that as well. Next story. One of DC's most beloved heroes could soon be taking flight on the big screen. DC and Warner Brothers are developing a Supergirl movie. EW has confirmed Oren Uziel from 22 Jump Street and the Cloverfield Paradox. Well, one of those is a good thing to have on your resume.
Yeah.
Has been tapped to write the script, which would bring Kara Zor-El, Superman's cousin, into the DC film universe. The character made her comics debut in 1959, unless you believe the other Supergirl story, and that's a little bit early. I should do that one time. There was a Supergirl before there was actually a Supergirl. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And she had her own film once in 1984 starring Helen Slater, one of my teenage crushes.
Which we probably shouldn't talk about the movie because it was not good.
That movie is glorious in how bad it is. I love that film for how bad it is.
Well,
oh my gosh, my world's going to die. Let me take time out to create a secret identity. It's so fucking stupid, that movie is. There's no producer attached to the Supergirl movie yet, but the film joins Warner Brothers' rapidly expanding DC universe. Todd Phillips is directing The Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix as the Clown Prince of Crime, and Bumblebee writer Christina Hodson has been tapped to write Batgirl movie. There's a different Joker movie in that. God damn it, I hate when these goddamn ads pop. I've got ad blocker on and they still pop up. As well as the Harley Quinn spinoff Birds of Prey, directed by Kathy Yan. And of course, production is already underway for the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984. Aquaman and Shazam both soon to hit theaters. Let's see. So time to start speculating. What do you think, or who should don Supergirl's cape? Okay, so who should don Supergirl's cape? First of all, let me comment on this just a little bit. Okay. It's not happening.
Yeah, no, it's just a tactic to bait Henry Cavill into taking less money because he wants a raise for re-upping his contract as Superman, and Warner Brothers are being bitches, so they decided to potentially greenlight a Supergirl movie to prove that they can replace him if they want. Which, yeah, good luck with that.
There's two things going on. There's two things going on here. One, never trust Warner Brothers about any fucking movie until you see the preview and it's about to be on the screen in 2 weeks. Aquaman is not happening until it's like, okay, people have already started seeing the movie. That's how I treat Warner Brothers. I'm excited. I want to see this. I want a Supergirl movie, so I get excited when they say stuff like, "Oh, we're gonna do," but I don't trust Warner Brothers for fucking shit about any of this stuff. When
I'm slightly more optimistic than you. Usually, by the time the first couple trailers come out, that's when I'm convinced. Or like promotional images usually does it for me. But I understand your skepticism because Warner Brothers has been a absolute clusterfuck in the past. Like I remember in the span of like the same 3 months we were supposed to be getting news about a Guillermo del Toro led Justice League Dark movie and a Guillermo del Toro led Sandman movie, both of which are fucking amazing ideas, by the way, Warner Brothers, if you want to actually go through with them. But we ended up getting neither because people like pissing on my dreams, I guess.
Yep. Oh, I've experienced the blocking ad block, Mata. Let's see. Joe Rogers, Wolverine appearing in Captain America: First Avenger would have been cool as. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. Samurai. Oh God, the CW show is utter garbage. We're gonna get to that in just a touch. This is the Supergirl section of the show. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about her. Let's see, NERDROTIC channel I'm in. Are you joining the stream, NERDROTIC? You're welcome to. So what else we have? How about DCWB work on a good Superman movie and Justice League movie? That would be nice as well. And I hope the Supergirl movie would be as non-preachy as the TV show. And Alexis is saying, F you, Dalton. She was hot when I watched for the first time. I do not need a story. I agree. I freaking agree. Man, Helen Slater looked really good in that outfit. Still does. She's still a good-looking lady. Still hoping for Lobo, Gotham City Sirens, and Justice League Dark movie. I'm still waiting for a Justice League movie. I think they should make one of those. No, I joke because I had fun with the last one, even if it wasn't great.
I actually kind of love the irony that all of the successful DC movies to this point, if Aquaman and Shazam are good, are all going to be tangentially magic related, which means that we probably are going to get a very heavily magic influenced DC universe, which, for reasons of it's me, what the fuck are you doing, should not be surprising. Makes me happy.
I could see that. I agree. I agree with you. So we really haven't, nobody's suggested who would you have play Supergirl in the movie? Like the first thing I went to was Blake Lively, and then I realized, well, she's 35. But and I think she's playing Black Canary in the Birds of Prey. So who would you cast as Supergirl?
If I had to, that's a good question.
Yeah. I know I don't know a lot of little blonde actresses.
There aren't that many good young actresses that, because you could potentially cast a brunette and then put a wig or hair dye on her and it would be fine, but like there just aren't good young actresses springing to mind, at least none that aren't otherwise occupied.
I'm trying to think of any young actress. That chick who played in that movie where she woke up and it was her birthday every time. She was all right.
Right. Happy Death Day, which was
Happy Death Day,
which was a really good cheesy sort of B movie, by the way.
But she ran the gambit through. If you watch that movie, she ran the gambit.
No, she's really good. She could potentially do Supergirl. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah, because I thought that movie was okay. It doesn't hold up, of course.
Well, but it's supposed to be somewhat comedic and somewhat self-aware. It's like an intentional B movie, kind of like The Meg is going to be by the looks of it.
Yeah,
which by the way looks fucking amazing in a Sharknado sort of way.
Yeah. Oh, and Samurai Raccoon is saying anyone who isn't the nice young lady who plays Supergirl in the TV show, anyone who isn't her would be okay to play Supergirl. So there you go.
I feel bad for her because I don't think a lot of it is her fault.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of the direction and the production and the writing more so than it is her. I think she does the best with what she has. It just so happens that what she has is frequently social justice laced, very cheesy, not even like if it were cheesy on purpose attempting to be Silver Agey, I would be fine with it, but that's not what they're going for.
It's funny that you brought that up. So the title of the next article I was going to talk about is Supergirl, Melissa Benoist, or whatever her name is, Benoist, teases a more topical season 4.
No.
Bum, bum, bum. When I read this, I was like, how the f are you going to do that? The show is so goddamn preachy already. How are you going to make it more damn preachy?
Okay, they just decided to go from screeching on the right side of the road to making a hard right off a cliff. Like, God, they're already on the topical, preachy social justice side, and they're gonna take a hard turn into it?
Yeah.
What the
So,
what the hell?
so this says last season, Supergirl faced off with World Killer Rain, but when the show returns for season 4 this fall, Girl of Steel will be more focused on stories grounded not just on Earth, but in the real world. Fuck Trump. You know what? If they say fuck Trump on the CW, I will have gained respect for it. That's the only, if you're going to go topical, I want to hear one of you crazy whack job SJW types yell that out on a freaking TV show in prime time. That's all I want. Okay. If they do that, and I mean, they don't delete it, they don't beep it or anything like that, then they win my respect. In a recent interview with Deadline series star Melissa Benoist, whatever her name is, teased that fans can expect stories in the show's upcoming 4th season that are more topical than what the show explored in the season 3, especially the idea that not all villains are tangible. The writer's room is
what I'm getting is we're gonna get a whole lot of institutional patriarchy stroke sexism.
We'll see. So she goes on to say the writer's room is being really great this year. Last season, it was a lot of fire and brimstone and a lot of homages to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm sure that pisses off a lot of Buffy fans, which was great because I was such a big fan of that show. This season, they really want to thematically tackle more topical stories that maybe mirror what's going on with the state of the world in our country. There's a lot of anti-alien sentiment at the beginning of season 4 that Supergirl is going to have to grapple with. I think their main premise is that fear itself is a villain and can hope conquer it. Supergirl stands for hope. So we'll see. I think fear is her biggest opponent yet because it's more of a wildfire type emotion.
Okay, so if you're doing this as fear as the villain, I want some goddamn Yellow Lantern rings. And if you don't do Yellow Lantern rings, fuck off with this fear as the villain shit. You have a literal means to weaponize fear in this universe, and it makes perfect sense. Or, alternatively, bring in the scarecrow toxin. One of these things needs to be a thing.
Yeah, I like
to weaponize fear in this multiverse. This is how you do it.
Yeah, this is some fun stuff. So Samurai Raccoon saying, "Thank God I work Monday nights," but that's not to me. Or I'm sorry, in the comment section. Black Shinobi, last good Supergirl I've seen was on Justice League. Could be, really. Let's see. Delicious. More preaching, says Undead Quinn. Can we just hand Supergirl over to the Marvel Universe already, was what I thought was funny that Samurai Raccoon said. Please, DC, just give Supergirl over to the Marvel Universe. Professor Pixel, I think hard left is what you mean. And she's going to get worse. Supergirl.
I didn't want to make it too on the nose. So.
Supergirl, the Church of SJWs. Edward Brewer suggested Chloe Grace Moritz for Supergirl. That's a good pull too.
Yeah, no, that would work. Maybe.
And Mata, I completely agree with you. He says, I watched the season 4 trailer and I swear the villain narrating couldn't be any less subtle if he was shouting political metaphor over and over again. He really is. It's like, oh, those darn aliens, they're coming into our country. They took our jobs.
Yeah,
it really is like that.
Do you remember the other day when we were talking about this and you wanted to bring back the term illegal alien and I was like, don't give them that because that the comics
they got it now, man. At least Martian Manhunter and Red Tornado in the show. Why the hell is Supergirl ripping off the X-Men? Praise sexual identity politics from Undead Quinn. The only thing I liked about Supergirl was Livewire. She was pretty cool. There was stuff I enjoyed about it. I did like the invasion with the Daxamites. There were some things with the Rain storyline I enjoyed. It's like the overarching stories are better than the details because the details are it's like all the dialogue could be preach, 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 preach. Let's go fight. And then the fight scenes are pretty cool. Yeah, that's basically the way it is. And ooh, I just realized that when I said preach, I sounded like chicks. Like beep, 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 beep. That reminded me of that song in Music Man. Cheap. Talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, I dig musicals. What can I say? Does CW have any good shows, or do they just care about how woke they can? You know what? I think they're really. I like Green Arrow still. I like the Flash still. I know a lot of people are tired of Iris, but I still enjoy those shows.
From what I saw of last season of Legends of Tomorrow, it's pretty okay.
Well, the Legends of Tomorrow is probably the cheesiest of all shows. So when I watched that one,
but it owns it for the most part. So.
Yeah, that's why I like that one, because it knows it's cheesy and it kind of plays up to it. But they do their preaching too.
Well, I mean, they do. Like, for example, Sarah can find a gay woman to stoop in every fucking time, fucking time period throughout history, without getting stoned or burned at the stake or any number of other infinitely more grotesque things that could potentially happen to her.
And by the way, Maranya says she's glad she's not playing the Dalton drinking game, or she'd already be loopy. Apparently, you've gone over a couple of your tropes, the Dalton tropes. Professor Pixel's bringing up the Mighty Bebo as well.
You're drinking this time, Maranya? I didn't catch any. Oh, well, there were a couple ones where I was like, yeah, I'm sounding a lot like myself tonight. But what were the specific instances of drink?
You brought up magic users so much that alone would be enough to get people drunk.
Magic is my thing in every universe.
Drink. Yeah. Whenever, like I was joking with you earlier that you could turn anything into a speech about Doctor Strange or Dr. Fate or something like that. And you kind of have done that already, which, by the way, do not take this in any way, shape, or form like an insult. It's fucking Dalton. We love it.
Also, you know, Sandman came out today, so
of course we had to touch upon that. Yeah. So, okay, going back to the article, says fear may have some. Fear may have some. I know. Fear may have some help in spreading like wildfire in Supergirl's fourth season. The show recently announced that Sam Witwer had been cast as Agent Liberty, a character described as the ruthless and terrifying leader of the Children of Liberty. Wasn't he a hero? I don't know. I remember him in the 90s. A human first hate group who, human America. Yeah. See how they go? Okay.
Hate groups. What?
Who also happens to be a brilliant orator with the ability to easily make people believe that his stance is the correct one. Some of Agent of Liberty's anti-alien sentiment was heard in the teaser trailer for season 4 unveiled at the San Diego Comic-Con last month. She'll also have some other big foes to take on outside the concept of fear. Manchester Black. I'm actually looking forward to that. We know what story they're going to go for. Mercy Graves is finally going to come in, played by Rona Mitra.
Yeah, Mercy.
Say again?
I really like Mercy as a character.
Okay.
She's one of those like one-off henchman characters that has so much character poured into her that it's just like, I honestly wish that Mercy was more like got more attention, kind of like Harley does, because she deserves it.
Okay. There's also the situation with the Red Sun inspired alternative. That's what it says. Alternative Kara, who appeared in Siberia at the end of season 3. It's going to be a lot for Kara to take on, but Benoist is coming back to the role with a new outlook on her approach to Supergirl, thanks to her time playing Carole King in Broadway's beautiful, the Carole King musical. She's got 3 songs, guys. Actually, she's a better writer than a singer anyway. Let's see. I think the playing Carol and learning so much about her will certainly affect how I approach Supergirl at this point. Every role affects you. I do think that heading into season 4 and walking into Supergirl's shoes and donning the cape will feel different in a great way, especially because Carol's story is about, in essence, owning yourself and being true to who you are and that you are enough. And even in this article, she had to get preachy.
They can't not do it. I think they're psychologically incapable of not doing it.
Right. It's there, man. It's there, man. I don't know why they can't turn it off, but they make my superhero TV shows into preach fests.
Yeah, and
Why are they
I
doing
was
that?
thinking about that while you were reading that. They're doing
Mm-hmm.
something with Legends of Tomorrow that I could see them maybe spinning into something political, which I really hope they don't, which is the whole fairy tale fugitives thing. Because they've made it a point to emphasize the whole fugitives thing because they're not organically part of the world anymore because they were locked away for thousands of years apparently.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering if they're gonna do the we need to get rid of these fugitives from elsewhere that aren't native to our world thing and make that a like similar to what they're doing with aliens on Supergirl. I really desperately hope they don't do that, but for the love of God, I could see them doing it, and it scares me.
So, what do you think? That was our take. What do you think about Supergirl coming to the big screen, or even the TV show getting even more political than it seems it already is? Let me know in the comments below. Also, how freaking great are these Artrum covers? Are they not awesome? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Cool things happen. Cool things happen around these parts. Don't want you to miss anything. Also, if you like theme parks, Mickey Mouse, Disney, that kind of stuff, go on over to my channel, Mad About the Mouse. Please subscribe. And don't forget to watch the videos, too, because, you know, they're cool and shaky cam. Also, if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on to the description below and go on over to Patreon. Drop $1 in the till. Help us keep the lights on and help us keep making videos for you. That's the most important part. Like, thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.